there, thank you for joining me for That's the Way It Is. I'm your host, BC. Going to talk about it would appear that Google got with Obama and got with different people across the country and had I guess you can say, a virtual meeting with Obama where these individuals were allowed to ask one question. Now, I'm going to tell you what, this could have been real, but I don't think it was real, because that's the worst acting I'd ever seen. They were like, "Hi, Obama," yeah. They must have got Obama, people that were blinded by him. You know, I'm sorry, I'm not blinded by him. And, you know, they would ask questions and he would beat around the bush and come back, and I really don't feel like he gave a definite answer. You know, he would get distracted by a Bob Marley poster behind a guy talking about, you know, I think I had that same one in high school. Who cared what you had in high school? Answer the freaking questions. And, you know, and the questions wasn't even that hard. He should have had somebody like me on there, or like another gentleman who I could mention, and we would really ask some really good heart questions. Number one will be, why do you continue to lie to the American people? And, you know, he can't say that he hasn't, because he has. You know, there's one lady, I thought she was really going to get into it, because she was talking about the Obamacare and how it's affecting her and her son. You know, and the anguish that she is going through because of this. And he's like, well, I'm going to have somebody to actually know what they're talking about to call you. You mean there's somebody in Washington, D.C. that actually knows what they're talking about? Maybe you're to put them in your cabinet and have them to help you. You know, because it would appear that the people you have there right now are not doing any good. I hope you're not paying them. You know, I mean, that's just how I feel about it. You know, because there was so much that you could have done that you didn't do. But what you did do, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, is take America, use that as your toilet paper, and flush it down the toilet. You know? Because I don't see where you've done any good to anybody. You know, you're talking about having these immigrants to come over and legalize them. Well, they're already over. You're going to legalize them. What about the people that are working now? Or the people that are out there and they're looking for a job? You know, you're taking jobs away from these people who have sacrificed and have done so much and doing anything they can for their families. And you're just making it harder for them. You know, one guy talked about unemployment, you know, minimum wage. You know, he's talking about, well, let's raise minimum wage. You know, and that's fine and dandy. You would think that that's the answer, but, you know, I know that that's not the answer. You know, I remember where I could go, well, not necessarily me, but my parents would be able to go and get gas for 98 cents a gallon. I remember it 79 cents a gallon. You know, there's no reason why gas is $3 a gallon. I can't buy that. I don't see that. I'm not getting that at all. So why is gas $3 a gallon? I would love to have the breakdown on why gas is so high. You know, I would like to have the breakdown on why so many different things are high. You know, I've heard stories where a candy bar was like 5 cents or 10 cents. So why is a candy bar $1.67 now? You know, I don't eat them personally, but I would like to know why, you know, they cost so much. I know why they cost so much. You know, people got to make a living. They got to make a living off of mine and your back. But you know what? You know, they don't care about that. They're talking about, well, we're going to wait, or, you know, raise minimum wage. Well, all that's going to do is raise the cost of living. You know, well, it's not going to raise the cost of living, but it is going to raise the cost of items that we buy. You know, things are already expensive now. You know, you're going to put it on these companies to raise something. And that's what I'm saying. It is a continuous cycle that is never ending. I don't get it. I don't understand why it's so hard to comprehend about this. And everybody's like, yay, Obama, you know, I love you, yay. You know what? What has the man done to love? Who you should love is Jesus Christ, who actually died for you. That's who you should love. But you don't. You know, know, it's ridiculous on the things that people, when they close their mind, they put blinders on, and they don't see things that are going on around them and see things that how they're going to affect them. And I think it's crazy, you know, and it really is. People, there's nothing that's coming out of this office that's doing anybody any good. You know, name one thing that is doing good, and I can give you a dozen things that what makes it not so good. It's just that simple. And I don't understand why it's so hard to comprehend this. There's enough people out there saying it. Even, you know, the advisors of Obama are letting him know that the Obamacare is not any good. It's not doing anybody any good. You know, and it's not. How many people have problems? They even have problems with the website. And you know, he's saying, well, the website's fixed now. You know what? It doesn't matter. You know, we already spent all these millions of dollars on the website. And guess who paid for that? Obama didn't. The taxpayers paid for it. You know? So, I think that, I don't believe that was real. I'm sorry. I don't believe that they actually and if they did, they handpicked these people that are blind. You know what? Let's have a real one and have people that actually is going to get down to the nitty gritty, and they ain't blinded by being an Obama fan. You know, as you can tell, no, I'm not an Obama fan. I would love to be a part of that. You know, I didn't have no choice in the matter. You know, they picked people that I think that shouldn't have been on there anyway. You know, this one lady talked about all this her college she had, and you know, she talks about her disability, and you know, I do feel for her. I really do. But you know what? Jobs are hard for everybody. Even if you're healthy, it's hard to find a job. You know? I can't see putting everybody, you know, or certain people up above everybody else. Everybody's got to make a living. Anyway, that's my whole thought process on this. I really don't believe that people were, if they were real, if that is the case, then I don't think they was really being too honest, or they were, you know, like I said, supporters and are blind. You know, and I don't walk through life blind. I actually open my eyes and I look at all sides of everything, and I make a decision on those grounds. And I see a lot of people are not. You know, they're all for a color or a certain party or something like that, and that's not what it's about, people. It's not about putting your favorite party in the White House. What it's all about is putting people in place that are going to be for you and going to be for your kids, and they're going to hold your beliefs. You know, and I don't feel like that's been representative. You know, I don't think that they really care about you or me, because if they did, they would have done things a whole lot different than what they have. So I'm actually hoping that this next election will be a real election. I'd like to thank you for joining me. You have a wonderful day.